Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the show here, Stock Markets with Bruce. 8:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 in the morning where I am. Welcome all to my channel. We are here to talk about the stock markets in plain English. We just try to figure out what's going on, why, how, what. We do the best we can with what little we have. It's all about SoFi today. It's SoFi. Although I note that GameStop is up 61 cents. Let's not forget that. We do talk about GameStop here quite a bit. Welcome all to the channel from wherever you are on the planet. If you're able to throw a thumbs ups on this channel today, help us out with a little thumbs up momentum. Tell me what number you are. That's what a bunch of folks are doing here. You probably notice people saying, not even saying hi, they just sign in with a number. You wonder, what's with the numbers? It's thumbs up. They are number 26, number 29, number 4. Let me know what number thumbs up you are. Thank you for helping out the channel with the algorithm on YouTube to build a following. Thank you all for being here. Last night and all day yesterday, people were asking me, Bruce, SoFi is going to come up with their earnings numbers, their second quarter at the end of the day. What do you think the stock's going to do tomorrow? And I said yesterday all day, I don't know, because I had no idea, and none of us do, what the reaction of the market is to news. Because there are public companies that will come up with a report and say, we beat our earnings estimates. We generate more revenue than we were supposed to. We've done this, all good stuff. And then one analyst will say, yeah, but you know what? The next 3 months doesn't look as good as before. And the stock tanks because the markets sometimes price shares to what we call priced to perfection. And I have seen this happen on 5-star caliber, top-notch stocks. I've had it happen on mediocres. I've had it happen to juniors. It always happens. It's not happening today, though. It's not happening on SoFi today. We're at $7.16 in the pre-market. We have about 57 minutes to go before we open for trading. We've traded 1.5 million shares in the pre-market. That is a sign that this is going over very well. The numbers that have come out and are now being digested and ripped to shreds, and little divisions are being analyzed, and all kinds of analysts are all over the stock. Count on it. There are probably hundreds of professionals in Wall Street who are tearing apart the numbers for SoFi, and the stock is rising. And at the end of the day, it just comes out to this: the company is well on its way now to scaling up in size to become a major factor in the financial business, and they're going to make money. They're quickly coming out of the red every quarter, and they're about to go into the black, and they're going to be making money. And there is no limit to where this company can go, because right now, as we are looking at this stock at $7.17, we're looking at a company that admittedly was created because of a SPAC. SoFi took over a SPAC, merged itself into it. The shares were hyped up like crazy. They went from 10 to 15. They went up to $25. And a lot of people thought, we're going to 100. This is it. Well, the whole mentality of the stock market a year and a half ago was exactly that, because the Dow was hitting a new record high almost every week. The NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the 3,000, all these markets were hitting record highs, and it was like a bubble, and everybody thought, oh, this just never ends. This is normal, because a lot of you out there and a lot of your friends and what have you, if you're under 30 and you're under 40, many of you have never experienced any other market than a bull market. The only market you've ever known is a market that just keeps going up. And a lot of you believe that it's the president of the United States that makes the markets do what they do. And oh God, are you wrong? I've been around since '79, and that's not how this works. at all. It just so happens that during certain presidencies, stocks do what they do, markets do what they do, and one person in the White House does not affect global economies like you think they do. It just doesn't happen. And if you've been around a while like I have, you've seen it all come and go. And we notice now in the last number of years, as I said, a hot market. And last year, the thinking was, oh, SoFi is growing and it's going to go to $40 a share and it's going to go to 50. It's going to be wonderful. Didn't happen. It came back to the low of $4.82. That was the all-time low on this stock. Didn't last long down there. A lot of time has been spent in the $5 neighborhood and now lately the $6 neighborhood. And here we are at 7.18. We are still on the ground floor as far as this stock is concerned. Where this company is going to go to financially is so far down the road, you have no idea. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to $25 next week. It's not going to do it in the next month, probably not even the next 6 months. This stock is not just going to go straight up because it's the greatest bank in the world. No. This company is systematically, ruthlessly, efficiently, diabolically growing at the peril of anyone who wants to get in their way. These guys are doing it right. And the thing you have to understand, and a number of you who watch me live, you know this, you tell me this all the time. You comment all the time about this. One fact that is undeniable: for the last year or longer, since this company has become basically a public company, and certainly since the shares have backed way off from the high levels of the 25s all the way down to here, you guys have been telling me again and again and again, the insiders of the company are buying the stock. You keep telling me about the SEC reports that when the president of the company buys himself shares, he has to disclose it to the public through the SEC filings. And there are dozens and dozens and dozens of filings you can bore yourself to tears with if you want about how the insiders are buying up the stock relentlessly. And they have paid more than this for the stock, as they didn't know on the inside of the company how low it would go. Mr. Noto, he didn't know it would go from 25 to 4 something. How is he supposed to know that? He has been buying it as it's been dropping, and now he's buying it as it's going higher because he knows what I know and a lot of you know. This company is on its way to becoming profitable. The loss per share was posted yesterday. It was supposed to be something like 15 cents. It was 13. These guys have been beating the street on their estimates. The street always guesses what this company is going to generate in gross revenue, in losses, EBITDA, all the formulas that are out there, gazillions of them that confuse everybody. The bottom line is that all the financial metrics that this company is measured on are improving. And Noto knows it. The board of directors know it. All the senior vice presidents know it. All the staff below these people know it. Even the thousands of employees who work for the company all know that they're part of a corporation that is growing quickly. The other thing they've got going for them is, as I said earlier, scale. They're becoming a large machine. They had added 400,000 more members to their bankrolls, to their customer rolls in the last quarter, 90 days. They're now pushing almost 2 million new customers a year, banking customers a year to this business. It's something else you have to appreciate. If I want to sell these, and I open up a website and I get 1,000 people a week joining my website to buy this or something like this, that's great. And I can brag all I want to the world at large how fast I'm growing and how great things are. But the reality is, if you buy something from me that is an item, a one single use item, and then you have to get another one, I have to keep reselling you to come back to my website again and again and again. 1,000, 10,000 a week, 100,000 customers a week, 1 million a week is just not very valuable to the street. There's value, but not like banks. When you convince 400,000, 2 million people a year to become members of your financial institution and all of its goods and services. You're talking about people opening up accounts like checking accounts, savings accounts, getting a credit card, possibly talking about getting a loan. These aren't fly-by-night, one-time only people. These are folks that are making SoFi part of their daily lives. So 2 million a year coming into this kind of a scenario is like bringing in 200 million a year buying this, because I got to get you to buy this every 3 months again and again and again. And every time I come to you, it'll be new and improved. Not at SoFi. They don't have to new and improve anything. They are adding services to their business. They're growing out their footprint, and it's working. And the acquisitions that they have made, which are what I refer to as the back office acquisitions, where you make the sausage, okay? If you go to a butcher shop and you buy some bratwursts and some farmer's sausage, it's all laid out, it's all beautiful. What you don't see is the back of the butcher shop where they make this stuff. You don't want to be there. It's not pretty. Sausage making is never pretty. They use that term in politics to put bills together. Making corporations, there's a lot of sausage making going on. And all we see is the display at the front. Just like a chocolate shop or a jewelry store or a flower shop. You walk in and it's beautiful. Yeah, because it's the finished product. That's what we see with SoFi. We see the finished product. What SoFi's done in the back is they have made acquisitions to allow them to produce the product they sell to their members at a lower price in a more efficient way to handle tens of millions of customers. And they're expanding into global markets. We don't see that. We're not aware of that. And no analyst talks to you about this. You don't hear this from Merrill Lynch, and you don't hear from Bank of America. They don't cover that deeply SoFi's sausage making situation. I try a little as best I can. SoFi is on its way to a much higher place, much more solid. And it wouldn't surprise me that soon, in the next quarter or 2 quarters, you're going to start to get bombarded by analysts' reports that are going to start talking about the day SoFi turns into a profit-making company. It's coming very quickly. This shift is on. And this profit line is not a resistance level. It's just a point in the sand as you're driving down the dunes. It's just a marker on the highway that you're going to pass and keep going past. These guys are going to make a ton of money. And when they are in full force, the money they're going to make on a quarterly basis will blow your mind compared to the little minute losses they had when they started off. It's a pretty good success story. The insiders are buying the stock. They're going to keep buying this stock. Don't sell this stock. You don't want to sell this stock now. This thing is on a roll. It's not going back to $4 a share. The student loan thing, forget about this. It is becoming a smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller piece of the company because the rest of the company is growing so dramatically that the student loan thing, which used to be a big chunk of the bank, is now kind of over here. It's a little tiny chunk, and it will eventually be resolved, probably after the midterm elections into the next year. It could go right through the Biden presidency. Could. It all depends on the results of the midterm elections. If the Republicans get control of the House and they get control of the Senate, student loan will not be resolved. They will be probably reenacted, or the president will have to sign decrees to delay it. If the Democrats keep the House and they get the Senate a couple more seats, they might then be able to put legislation through for loan forgiveness, increased write-offs, who knows what. There'll be something done about it, and that'll be good for SoFi and all the other institutions that are out there to finally say, okay, we now know what's going on, and we now have a resolution to this thing. We now know the road forward on student loans. But at the moment, it's like everyone's doing this. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to bankrupt SoFi? No. Is it going to bankrupt any financial institution? No. Because student loans are a part of banking, not the thing about banking. As bad as student loans are, as how much is borrowed and owed by students, it's not the number one thing in the GDP of the United States of America. All right. These guys here at SoFi are bringing in huge amounts of capital every month, and they're growing their loan portfolio dramatically. They're a chartered bank now. This is a whole new level, and that term got used yesterday evening in describing these guys. Get used to a lot more of that. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's where we're at. That's where we're headed. That's where this company's going forward. You're going to make a lot of money with this company. Now, those of you who love to write options, you're asking me, hey, should I write options on SoFi right now? Do you think it's a good idea to write $7.50 contracts or $8 contract? Because, those premiums are going up with the stock going up. I would be very careful about that right now. Writing options means that you're offering your stock for sale at a set price for a set period of time, unless you buy that contract back, which you can do anytime you want. You want to let the stock open today and show us what it's going to do. Yesterday, we did over 50 million shares of volume. We haven't had 50 million in a long, long time. Let's find out what the volume is going to be on the stock, its movement. It will be volatile. It's going to go up and down 30, 40 cents. Of course it is. There's going to be a gazillion day traders all over this stock. I'm warning you, and I'm giving you the heads up if you don't know it already. Those of you who are here as regulars, you know what I'm talking about. This happens all the time with a hot story. This stock is going to get a lot of media. It's going to be talked about a lot, and there's going to be a lot of, talking heads who are going to try to give you their opinion on where it's going to go. I've got mine. You've got yours. Others have theirs. Good. The more the merrier. I want this stock talked about all the time. That would be fine. Because what we're talking about now is a company growing and becoming more and more of a factor in the financial business, as opposed to the news that came out last night after the bell. Did you hear the news, any of you out there? Robinhood laying off 23% of their staff. You want bad news? That is bad news if you're a shareholder of Robinhood, because you think that the 77% of the employees that are left are going to make the company more money than with 100% of the people there? No, this is a company that is shrinking, as opposed to SoFi that is expanding. So you got a SPAC, SoFi, a former SPAC stock. Everything's going in their direction. You've got an IPO from Wall Street that came out a year or so ago at $32 a share, went to $70 odd a share, and every brokerage firm in Wall Street was pushing Robinhood paper on their unsuspecting clients. Criminal. Absolutely criminal. They knew how bad they were doing. They knew how shaky they were. They knew the company was into dozens of lawsuits, class actions, and everything else. Every GameStop shareholder, every AMC shareholder, every Bed Bath & Beyond shareholder, every BlackBerry shareholder, all these other shareholders knew what a piece of garbage Robinhood was when they were restricted from trading their own stock. Dozens of shares were restricted, not just GameStop. And yet Wall Street took Robinhood public and shoved this stock down the throats of their patsies, their absolute patsy clients who just blindly followed their Wall Street masters. Well, if this company says it's a good stock, it's a good stock. I'm not going to buy those SPACs. They're garbage. Well, guess who called SPACs garbage? Wall Street. Guess who called IPOs the greatest thing in the world? Everybody else. Fox Business News, CNN Business, CNBC. How much did CNBC plug all the IPOs that Wall Street did in the last 2 years? They were a promo machine for IPOs. They had on the top brokerage guys and the underwriting department guys, and they had all the analysts on, and then they would cover live coverage on television. And you and I had to endure where they would say, oh, yeah, the stock was going to go public at $28 a share, and now it's been upgraded to $34 a share, and it's oversubscribed 10 times, and it's now opening on the New York Stock Exchange at $78 a share, and at the end of the day, it was $144. Yeah, and that's where you come in. That's where you can buy it now. And how many innocent victims have been taken to the cleaners by our friends in Wall Street with that crap? It's unbelievable. Trillions of dollars. I'm not talking billions. I'm talking trillions of dollars were scooped out of people's accounts. A little here, little here, little here, little here. And the commissions were incredible. And the bonuses were unbelievable back in these 18, 19, 20, 21. These guys made a fortune. And the investors are now holding the bag and nothing but the bag. And if you want to look in the bag, if you've got the guts to take a look in the bag, check out all the snakes down there. Yuck. Robinhood is in huge trouble, massive trouble, and it will not stop. It is continuing on. Sofi, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Insiders are buying up the stock. The earnings on every metrics are rising. The gross revenues are surging. This is the winner. The Robinhood is the loser. And the sooner the Robinhood shareholders get the hell out, those poor people who are sitting on that stock, and if you're upside down on it, get out and take the loss. Take the loss and at least let the IRS eat some of it, because you are going to lose it all. Those guys are eventually going to be taken over by some hedge fund, and I have no idea what's going to happen to it. It's going to be ugly. It's not going to be a good takeover. It's going to be a merciful end to a public listing that was a disaster from the word go. Unbelievable. It just blows my mind. Look, all you're going to get from some of these publications out there on SPACs or former SPACs is nothing but bad news, okay? Sofi right now, $7.21. The minute Sofi hits $10 a share, you're not going to see publications say, hey, look at Sofi. It's back to where it started at $10 a share. You're not going to get that. You're going to get articles like a commentary like gullible investors who bought hyped up SPAC stocks like Sofi have a rare situation to get their money back. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get this negative side because there are paid assassins out there to screw with these companies' reputations under the guise of, I'm an analyst. I'm a stock analyst. That's what I am. My firm analyzes stocks. That's what's going on out there. So there's detractors along with fans, okay? On this channel right here, I have enemies like you cannot believe. And whenever any of our former SPACs make any kind of a decent run, there are a gazillion people dying to comment on this channel about, well, yeah, you told us to buy it at $12. You told all of your viewers to buy it at $15. You're a scumbag. They're out there, okay? Those of you who are here as regulars, you know that. Those of you who are the scumbags, what can I say? It is what it is. It's okay. Did you guys see the article today? By the way, the rant is on. Did you guys see the article in the, was it the New York Times? No, it was the, it was the New York Times about YouTube channels, about how people are being sucked in to buying courses on how to become a successful YouTuber. And some of these are like $1,000 each, $3,000, $5,000. And all they're being told to do is create a series of channels and repost videos that other people make and put them on their channel where they're not the personality. They're never on camera. They're just buying videos to put on channels to try to make money. And they're finding out that the videos, in some cases they're putting on are copyright protected, and their channels get delisted or get defunded or can't earn a nickel anymore. Left, right, and center, there's a real scummy group of people out there, tons of them that are doing this stuff. It's amazing to me. Those YouTubers like me who are at least on camera, here you can talk to the creator, you can yell at them, you can write a nasty comment to them. These other guys are invisible. They're almost like bots themselves, and they're actually buying content from bot producers of content. I can't even get the words out. I'm so outraged. And this is what the New York Times is writing up about YouTubers. This is where they go. They occasionally will talk about a social media personality, or really successful channels get the highlight. Which, okay, fair enough. There are some YouTubers make really good money. They got a zillion followers and all that. And then there's millions of us who are just pounding away, trying to let you know what we think, what we feel is going on. And you're welcome to enjoy the content or not. And we're ignored. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. It's unbelievable, some of these programs out there to get people to spend money. And here I am with my website trying to show you folks how to become an option writer. And I have classes. Yeah, I got classes. Do I have $5,000 courses available? No. Do I charge $500 for a session? No. You can buy a class from my website for $100. $100, 2 hours long. You can watch it again and again and again, and you don't have to buy the rest of them. There's 13 of them. Enjoy all you want. The opposite. I'm the George Costanza of these other guys. It's unbelievable. Anyway, folks, those of you who've been taking my classes and now you're beginning to write options, way to go. Putting your toe in the water. Congratulations. You got to start somewhere. And I don't know where else you can go for this kind of content and guidance. And if it works out for you, I'm a happy guy. I really am. It should work out for you if you do your studying. And if you hang out with this great gang of regulars, you will learn a lot about how to write options and how they depreciate in their last few weeks and so on and so forth. Now, I've just turned the channel back to members only, because this channel is a members only channel for commentary. But anyone who wants to join us and just hang out, you're more than welcome to watch and learn, read the commentary from the members of this channel who are option writers, who are followers of GameStop, who are probably followers of Sofi. Welcome to the party, pal. We are excited today. We're up 83 cents on Sofi to 724. We traded $2 million in the pre-market. We're looking good. For those of you who are long-term investors, the future is brighter than the last 6 months. I'll tell you, the last 6 months, you tell me, investors out there who overall, who have been chasing mother of all short squeeze stories, you tell me how many millions of winners there are out there. I don't think so. There are mutual funds, hedge funds, pension funds, and private equity funds who are just getting taken to the cleaners because they bet on the wrong sector of the economy. We topped out last November, December on these big markets. All the IPOs have stopped dead in their tracks. And even Wall Street bankers are having trouble raising cash or making deals because interest rates are rising, inflation is rising, the markets are down, international trade is suspect, the virus won't go away, and it's a tough one out there. But option writers like you guys, it's all good times. Is it perfect? Never. It's never perfect. But boy, you guys are in a position here to enjoy some opportunities to write options into a market you do not have to fear is going to the stratosphere. The stock market has got months and months of regurgitating to do right now. And I heard more talk this morning talking about the future of interest rates. Again, I keep mentioning this to a lot of you out there who are relatively new to this market, or who've been in this market and only seen one thing. You've seen zero interest rates, zero inflation. You've seen bull markets, and everyone's singing kumbaya around the campfire when it comes to investments. And now you're seeing stuff you've never seen before. And what you're beginning to understand is going on is it's like the 70s and the 80s here. There's inflation ripping values to shreds. There's inflation really causing havoc with family budgets, screwing up all kinds of people's budgets. Rents are ridiculous in certain cities. Housing prices are high. Interest rates are going higher. Mortgage rates have doubled or gone up 50% or higher in actual percentage costs. And it doesn't look like it's going away. And there are analysts out there who have been trying to calm you down through their Wall Street buddies, saying, don't worry, interest rates are going to go to 2.5%, 3%. And then next year, the Fed is going to start lowering interest rates again to keep economic activity going. And there are gullible people out there who know no other world other than the zero interest, zero inflation world, who are falling for this hook, line, and sinker. There are firms out there trying to tell their clients, don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. Just, the recovery's on, the bottom is already baked in. It's all going to be great from here. You never get a sell order from Wall Street. You never get told to sell by these guys, ever. And it's continuing on right now. I hate to tell you, and I hate to break the bubble, burst your bubble, but we're going lower. This economy is shaky. This economy hasn't bottomed out yet. We're just beginning to notice job opening numbers are a little lower. There used to be 11.3 million jobs available. Now it's 10.7 million. Still a lot, but it's lower. We're hearing more and more stories about offices demanding customers or employees, demanding employees come back to the office. We're hearing more of that, but we're also noticing 4.2 million people last month said, screw you, I'm leaving. I quit my job because they got a job somewhere else for more money, better working conditions, the way they want it. And the employees at this point are still in charge overall of their lives, depending on where you live. Again, it's all regional. Some of you are looking at me going, not in my town, buddy. I'm stuck where I am. I'm in real trouble here. I'm dug into a real mess and I can't get out. I understand. Many of you, though, have figured out a way to get out from underneath that corporate cubicle thing, and I commend you for it. The economy is in trouble, and it's not just in North America. This is not a USA, Canada thing. I'm not centric here. It's global. And in China, we got problems. We have a country over there that would rather try to blame Nancy Pelosi for all the world's problems. It's all her fault that she had the audacity to go and visit Taiwan. This gal has got some chutzpah, I gotta say. She was in Beijing 25 years ago, and she unveiled a banner criticizing the Chinese government for murdering their own people in Tiananmen Square. She had the guts to stand there and do that. Pretty impressive stuff. The Chinese were not impressed. They were just aghast that a senior politician would do that. They couldn't arrest her on the air, but it went viral at that time. The only problem is it was 25 years ago. You know what kind of a cell phone you were using 25 years ago, or what kind of a home computer you had 25 years ago? Oh no, that image went viral for the moment, for that time frame. But if it happened today, could you imagine the unbelievable viral exposure that would be? It would just, this lady's got guts. There are a lot of politicians in Washington that are gutless and wouldn't even think of trying anything like that. I have to commend her. That's an American with guts. She's an American. That's really something. No other country does it. Germany doesn't do it. Sweden doesn't do it. Kenya wouldn't go into Taiwan defying China. All these, you name 162 other countries, and you tell me, what other country on this planet could someone like that do what she just did in Taiwan? And she did it. That is pretty impressive. That really is. I gotta call a spade a spade. That was pretty something. They're not happy. China is in a real mess. They're going to try to divert attention away from their internal nightmare that they're facing right now. Their internal real estate nightmare, their internal financial nightmare, their internal COVID nightmare, how they shut down 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people, cities like that, their production nightmares. They've got 35 or 37% of mortgages are not being paid right now by Chinese nationals. Chinese people, 37% have stopped paying their mortgage. like that. You have that happen in the United States. You have that happen in Canada. You have that happen anywhere in a European country, any G20 country other than China. You have that happen like that. You are talking about the Dow Jones Industrial losing 50% of its value in a week. You're talking about the S&P crashing out. You're talking about NASDAQ, because property values would plummet across the Western world if 37% of people stopped paying their mortgages. Every bank stock would crumble in value. All the Fannie Mae and the Freddie Mac and the US government's dollar would go nuts. Interest rates would surge. It would be complete Armageddon if 37% of the mortgage payers in 1 month stopped paying their mortgage. You have no idea. The closest we got to any kind of calamity was 2007 to 2009, the financial crisis, of which many of you don't know what happened because you weren't old enough to understand it. Because I get it. It happened 15 years ago. Time is a real problem sometimes. Time passes and we forget, or new generations of investors come in and don't know what really took place. And in 2007, the market was so overinflated in the US and in Canada and in other places, but especially the United States. The entire US economy was hanging by a thread for a couple of weeks, and no one knew it. No one understood it until about a year later. It came out how close the US became to being a default country. It was unbelievable. It took Congress, and it took the Senate, and it took the president to fix it, or to at least band-aid it. But it took years to get over. Unbelievable. Anyway, whatever your politics are, whatever your thinking is, economies are a living, breathing animal. And sometimes we go through the same crap again and again and again, and we don't learn. We just don't. We don't get it, or we don't want to get it, or we don't want to believe what is fact, what happened in the 70s, what happened in the 80s, what happened in the 90s, and what happened every year since then, that it could ever happen again. And that's the downfall of the human race. We stop believing that history repeats itself. That'll never happen again. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. People made that up. Until you lose your house, until you have your car repossessed, until you get bankrupted, then you believe it. But now you've lost it all, and you had chances to make resolutions, whatever. I get it. It's just the way it is. Welcome to the stock markets in plain English, where I'm trying to tell you in plain English what I think is going on. The Dow, I can tell you right now, is up 183 points in the pre-market. That's a good thing. We lost 400 last night, though. Remember, we lost 400 points yesterday. We're only up 180 this morning. The S&P is up 25, and NASDAQ is up 79 points. That's not very good. It's okay, but it's not like great. These gains can be eliminated in 5 minutes. If you've been around long enough, you know. If you haven't been long around enough, and you don't believe me, well, then you're naive. This can go away quickly. It can go beautifully higher, but we need the right kind of information to come out from unemployment reports, inflation expectations. The Federal Reserve people have to say the right things at the right time. This market is tentatively holding up, but it is the ability is it can go lower. It likely will. Oil is up 183 a barrel to 96.25 in Texas. Heard this morning some news out of Vienna. I don't know if you know this, but OPEC had a meeting today. You remember a couple of weeks ago when President Biden went to Saudi Arabia, went to Israel, and went to a couple of other countries, and he talked to the Crown Prince about the spin was he was going to talk to the Crown Prince about raising oil production. And, the higher production that OPEC can produce will keep prices calm. They announced today 100,000 barrel increase in production. Now, some very smart analyst, I think through Bloomberg, calculated that as far as that is concerned, it sounds to them that in the case of Saudi Arabia, it would mean that they would add 28,000 barrels a day of production to their total production of millions of barrels a day. And the analyst said that to fill a super tanker, to ship a super tanker full of oil to the United States at 28,000 barrels a day would take a month to fill the ship up. That is what Saudi Arabia is saying to Americans to their face. You guys want more oil production? Okay, here's a super tanker every month more. Good luck, you guys. Saudis are not friends of the United States of America. Not at all. And this is supposed to help the world with its energy situation. Russia, seems to be invading Ukraine. Russian production of 7 million barrels a day is effectively off the market. Saudi Arabia and their pals just helped alleviate that 7 million a day barrel shortfall with a 100,000 barrel a day increase in production. You're welcome, Western world. OPEC ain't your pal. If you think they are, you are like on another planet. You have no idea what you're doing. We see these guys trying to put the screws to the Western economies by playing games. And when there's tough times, this is the amazing thing about it, when there are tough times out there and oil does go to $30 a barrel, who comes crawling to the U.S. government through backdoor channels for loan guarantees, for defense weaponry purchases on credit? Who comes crawling? All these same guys. And when their population is starving from malnutrition or there's an earthquake somewhere, who do you think sends in the dogs to help find these victims? Who sends in equipment to help dig people out? What charitable organizations around the world come in to help out these countries, and who funds these entities? The G20, the G8, the G7, and at the top of the list, the United States of America. America's there to help, but they're the ones who get screwed when this kind of nonsense takes place in Vienna. The meeting lasted 8 minutes. It's an absolute insult to the Western economies of the world. It's a joke, and these guys are not our pals and will never be our friends. Canada, right up here where I am, this country right here would love to send 1 million barrels a day down to the United States additionally. We'd love to help you. We have it. We have the oil. We have trillions of dollars of oil up here, tons of it. We'd be happy to get you 1 million barrels a day. All you need to do is approve at the White House. This is where the blockage is. The Senate's approved it. Congress, I think, long ago approved it. You need the 3 levels of government to sign off on allowing pipelines to be built over a 5-mile section of land. The 2.5 miles inside Canada and the 2.5 miles inside the US to allow pipelines over the 49th parallel, because the infrastructure is in the US already. The pipelines are waiting for oil from Canada in the US. The Keystone pipeline has been virtually completed. It's south of the border. You just need to allow the link between the Canada and the US. And Canada would be delighted, absolutely delighted to sell you oil. And if Canada did supply the United States with 1 million barrels a day, it might take a year or two to ramp it up. By the time that would happen, it wouldn't surprise me that oil would be $55, $60 a barrel. You would be buying gasoline in Texas for $1.90, $2.10 a gallon. In Oklahoma, about the same price. California, it'd be $3-something. It would be a hell of a lot lower than where it is now. And Canada would still make a lot of money, because selling 1 million barrels a day to our friends in the United States at 55, 65 US a barrel, Canada makes all kinds of money. The producers make money. The pipeline company makes money. The governments of the US and Canada make royalty dollars. Oh, it's just great. But can't be done politically because too many votes are at stake for one party or the other to seem to be in any kind of a cooperative kind of way. And so, yeah, gas has gone down in price in the United States. It has. It's gone down from 6 to 5 now to the 4-somethings. 49 days of drops in prices. Yeah, it's dropped a little. Yeah, it has. And it'll likely drop more. If this oil price goes under $90 a barrel into the low 80s, you'll see another 40, 50 cents a gallon coming up. Yeah, you'll see it. But you want to go back to where you were in 2017, 18, 19. You want to get those prices into that, 180 to 350 range, depending on what state you're in. You're going to need to do something else. Do not send your president to Saudi Arabia to fist pump this guy who likes to cut journalists into pieces at various embassies around the world. You don't want to deal with this guy. He just showed you what he's all about. He just increased production by 100,000 barrels a day through all 13 countries that make this stuff. Yeah, real buddy this guy is. I wouldn't trust that guy for anything. Why on earth America sells this moron any weaponry is just beyond my mind, because you sell this guy all kinds of weaponry, he gets stronger. If you don't, he's weaker, and maybe he'll come to the table with a little more respect. But hey, I'm just a guy in Canada. What the hell do I know? I'm just an old man. Been around since the 70s, since OPEC has been in existence. They've never been our friends. They will never be our friends. But then again, if you're 30 years of age and you're 35 and you've only experienced good times, you don't believe that there could be bad times. I get it. Good luck to you. Enjoy. Make a lot of money out there. Make it happen. But the rest of us have been around a while. We kind of know. Yeah, there's certain people you don't. You keep close. You keep your enemies very close. We've watched the Godfather movies. We know. Maybe that's what you should do if you believe that Khashoggi or whatever his name is a great guy, or Prince whatever his name is. I don't know. Just saying. Anyway, welcome to the channel. 13 minutes away from opening this market. Our friends out there watching all kinds of neat stuff. Look at the Sofi, 728 on the pre-market. We're up 86 cents. Will we be up 86 cents or more when we start trading? Maybe, maybe not. We might open at 660, 680, 690, and then have a little run, and then we back off, and then we have a run. We might not see 728 on the actual market until late today. On the other hand, we might open at 750 and then go down to 680 a share. Anything is possible. I'm not calling it. I'm just warning you. And I'm telling you, let the stock open up, stay the hell out of the way, and just cross your arms and go, okay, well, show me what you're made of. Show me the volume you're going to do today. Let's see how the street's reacting to this. And then I'll decide what to do next. Because as an option writer, there might be an opportunity to write options on Sofi, but it might not be for a couple of days until we really see where this thing wants to go. Because as an option writer, all you want to do is you want to write an option that you know is going to become worth zero at the end of its lifetime. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to write an option close enough to the market, just ahead of the market, that you can write for maximum premium that's going to become a nothing burger towards the end of its lifetime. And that way, when you buy it back, if you buy it back, you're going to pay 20 cents on the dollar, 15, 11, 3, or nothing when this thing peters out. That's what you're going to look to do as an option writer. Again, welcome to the channel, pal. It's nice to see you here. We are coming close to opening in 11 minutes. I appreciate it. Nice that you're here. 36.30 on GameStop right now. We're up 46 cents today. The volume this morning, 40,900 shares. That is 10,225 shares pre-split. This is a nothing burger. We have no volume here. There is not. What bothers me about GameStop right now is that the higher the shares have been drifting the last few days, the volume is getting less and less and less. We're not getting hyped volume here. Normally, when a stock starts moving up, there's excitement in the air. There's something really good going on. And the stock should be getting double the volume and another 50% increase in the volume and another 50%. We're not getting that. We're getting less and less and less volume on GameStop as each day is going by on average. This is telling me unsustainable. These prices are they're not going to last. Now, I'll tell you this, it is possible that if I had a hedge fund And I had millions of dollars in this hedge fund, and I was long GameStop, and I was long a ton of contracts, and it's in my interest to get this thing to $40 a share, because at $40 a share, my average is way up. I'm now laughing because my average might be 33 a share. My contracts at 33 a share average are now 7 in the money. Oh, is it worth my while to find a way to manipulate this market higher? Now, if I'm offshore, I'm not in the US, so I'm away from the Justice Department. Is there a way I can find proxy buyers to buy this stock for me? Yes, there is. There are all kinds of ways to play this game in a shenanigan kind of way to run the market. But you get to a certain point of pricing, you've taken all the shareholders up to a certain level per share. There are now 304 million shares outstanding on GameStop, not 75 million anymore. You move this sucker up $3-4 more, you've added $1 billion to the value of this company, which doesn't deserve it. Sooner or later, some of those 304 million shares out there are coming up for sale, because some people are going to be enticed to say, I think I might sell my stock up here, and I'll wait for it to back off $5 or $6 and I'll buy it back. That is common sense investing techniques. And there will be a lot of retail investors who will think it, but it doesn't matter if retail investors think it or not. There will be institutions that will think it. And they'll do the same thing. They'll go, yeah, why don't we dump 1 million shares of this stuff, and then another million and another million? Because after all, it's 4 times as many shares out now than before. We'll dump this stuff off and we'll buy it back at $6 less, $5 less, $8 less. Because inevitably, that mover of this market can't buy 100 million shares of volume to keep running it up and up. They're going to run out of money, and they're going to get called on their margins, and they're going to get blown out if they're overexposed to too much stock. Now, can they get away with the trade? Can they pull off the manipulated deal? It depends. They may or they may not. Their brokers, if they're U.S. based, might be on the hook for illegal trading activity if it is determined that's the case. I don't know. Based on the history, however, of the SEC with regards to manipulating the market of GameStop and other stocks, they don't do much. It doesn't look to me like they do all that much to stop this kind of stuff. Even congressional hearings are held. And it seems to me that the people who are blamed for a stock going up in value are the very retail investors who are savvy enough to go, this stuff's going higher with a short squeeze. I'm going to buy this stuff. They're the ones blamed because they talk to each other on social media sites. And that, of course, is collusion. And right there, that is an admission of guilt right there. That's how Congress is looking at it, because that's what Wall Street wants them to do. Again, back to my pals at Wall Street. How you doing out there? What can I say? It is what it is, and we have to take our pound of flesh in the meantime. If you're a shareholder of GameStop, write options on this stuff. If you want to make money on GameStop and you're long, write options and let them expire worthless. Write out of the money options and dare them to take you out. There are viewers of this channel who've been writing $30 contracts, 32s, 33s, 34 in the money with all kinds of premium on top of the in the money value, daring them to say, take me out. You can have my stock at $34. Just give me $5. That's 39 for me. Take me out at 34. I dare you to exercise me at 34. I'll get 39. I'll buy it back at 36.26, and I'll write 34s again. I'll keep doing this game as long as you're stupid enough to pay me a premium over and above the price of this stock. Is there something wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. That is smart moves. That's smart investing. We'll see what happens in 6 minutes when we open up for trading today. We'll find out how things go. Thank you all for being here today. Those of you who are members of this channel, those of you who have been kind enough to throw the thumbs up button, hit that sucker for me. You've got 160 thumbs ups right now. Thank you. Let's get this over 200 ASAP and let YouTube know that there's a lot of engaging going on this channel. There's no robots here. We're live. We're real. We talk. This is what YouTube should want, as opposed to automated robot type channels. Doesn't it bother you when you get clickbaited into a video? You watch the commercials if you have to watch the commercials, and then the video you get is just some footage of whatever it is, and a computer voice is talking to you. Does that not upset you like it upsets me? I don't know why that kind of a video is even allowed on YouTube. I have no idea why they can't just shut those down and delete the channel. Put an end to these charades and this garbage broadcasting. And of course, some of these conspiracy theories that are out there, again, on automated bot channels, blows my mind. It just, as a creator, it just upsets me. But what am I going to say? What can I do? Anyway, there it is. So much fun here. Thank you, everybody. Unbelievable. Flint Creek is saying, I remember a dear friend sitting me down at his TD account page. It was during the 2008 slide. He was down 180 grand. He had under 40,000 left. He made it all back 6 years later. He had over $1 million. That's a great story, but I got to tell you, Flint Creek, that is a minority story. That is a story that happened to very few people. Millions and millions of Americans went bankrupt, lost everything. Marriages were destroyed, relationships were shattered, families were torn apart. People were accused of being lazy because they lost everything. They were accused of being reckless. It just went on and on and on and on. And in many cases, it wasn't their fault that the market imploded on them. It was that the market was manipulated by the investment bankers in New York who were creating all this garbage paper that every pension fund in the world got caught with. And it meant to many, many pensioners out there, millions of them got nailed too, indirectly, through this complete manipulation. Absolutely terrible. What can I say? Anyway, let's see what happens. It was scary. Oh, I know. You are right. It was scary. And of course, the movie, what's that movie called? The Big Short. Gives you a glimpse of kind of what happened back then. It's a bit of a comedy drama type movie, but it gives you a glimpse of what took place. There were some really good movies made, documentary type movies made of the politics behind it all, what happened in Washington at the Fed, the Treasury, what's going on in New York and in Washington. Fascinating reading, fascinating viewing. There were some really good shows made about this, but you have to want to watch that kind of stuff to get into it. Great movie, says Olivia. Absolutely. I saw people lose their retirement. Yeah, it was devastating. Absolutely devastating. Innocent victims who got taken out. It was just terrible. Thank you all for joining me today. Let's hope today is a good day for everybody. Sofi now 729, up 86 cents. 2.6 million shares traded is what I see here. We've got the Dow at the moment up 154 with 2 minutes to go. In the futures market, S&P up 22, NASDAQ up 79. The percentage points, 0.47 for the Dow, 0.55 of a point for S&P, and 0.6% of 1% for NASDAQ. These are not solid, phenomenal runs. They're green, but they're tentative. We're going to have to see the first hour what's going on here. We're up 13 cents on crude oil. The 100,000 a barrel a day increase. It's a nothing burger. It's an insult to the Western economies. Shows you who Saudi Arabia is cheering for in the war against Ukraine. They're not cheering for the Ukrainians. They got buddies in Moscow that they're cheering for, and they're helping them out. Moscow has friends in the Mideast that are also enemies of us. And they are showing it by their actions every day. And in effect, you could say we're in a proxy war with the Soviets, with the Russians through Ukraine. We're in a proxy war with a whole bunch of countries that are pals of Moscow right now. And if you don't know that, wake up. It is absolutely the real deal. Why do you think that Boeing is trying to settle a strike, a potential strike, of defense contract workers in the St. Louis area? This is one of the quietest national stories out there. Thousands of workers are threatening to go on strike in the St. Louis area, making defense contract missiles and all kinds of guidance systems. Boeing is desperately trying to keep these people working. Why? Because U.S. government checks don't bounce, and they pay full retail for this stuff. And this stuff is getting made and shipped to Ukraine to let the Russians have it. It is of national importance, and these folks in St. Louis are going to get raises. It is a most interesting thing going on behind the scenes. Media kind of covers it, but doesn't. I'm sure it's a regional story, but nationally, internationally, I don't think anyone knows a thing about it. No one in Germany knows about this story. They'd be interested to know just what's happening, but it's not being covered. Not Larry Titus has done what he does. Thank you for helping out while Larry is away in Jamaica, having a great time, I hope. The bells are open. The markets are open. We're open for trading. Let's see how this market wants to treat us today. Will it be good for us? How will SoFi run? I've got it at 745, up $1.04. Great. This is wonderful. I want SoFi to be a huge disruptor. I want SoFi to just blow in front of the market and go, we're here, baby. We're the real deal. Get in on the ground floor. Wake up. We're moving, man. Robinhood is dead and we are alive and well. That's what I want to have happen with SoFi. We'll see if that works or not. Robinhood, where is that stock at right now? Oh, 948, up a quarter. Defies all logic. The Wall Street boys are promoting Robinhood to their clients again today. And what did they do? They laid off 23% of their staff. This company is on the brink of insolvency. These guys are not going to make it past another year. They're not, unless they can raise $2 billion, $4 billion more dollars. These guys are going down, and this stock is up. Anyone recommending to anyone to buy this, it's criminal. It really is. You may not get arrested by the cops, but are you screwing your clients in the ear? It's unforgivable what's going on out there. 954 on Robinhood. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Boeing is down 59 cents. Pfizer is down 6 cents. The Dow's up 151. Matterport up 9. Tesla up $20, almost 21 to 922. SoFi up 99 cents to $7.40 a share. GameStop 37.25, up 145 right now. Spire up a penny. Apple up 170. SmartRent up 9. AMC up 65. Volume on SoFi to start the day. Let's take a look at how this is going. 7.7 million, a far cry from what we've had in the last couple of weeks. By now, SoFi would have maybe 800,000 shares traded. 7.7 and climbing quick. It is going through. Way to go, SoFi. 737 up 96 cents. What else is going on here? Keep an eye on this market here. We're up 28 points on the S&P, 126 on NASDAQ right now. Pardon me one sec. Stuffing up here. We've got NASDAQ up 1%, the Dow up 0.5 point, and S&P up 2/3 of a percentage point right now. Welcome one, welcome all to the party. We got a bit of a movement going on here. The market is green, up 183 on the Dow, 0.55%. Oil is up 21 cents. And we've got a bit of a gain going. We'll see how long this lasts. We'll find out. We are open. Welcome, everybody. Union sucks, says Pat. Thanks, Pat. Thank you very much. SoFi doing well in the morning. Unions in Europe don't suck. Unions in Europe are the thing that workers can rely on for protection. And governments and businesses and unions get along generally fairly well. In America, they're viewed as an enemy. Yet the police union seems to be okay. Firemen's unions are all right. The actors union seems to be okay. But when it comes to private business and other business, all of a sudden it's not so good anymore. Funny, unless you're a union member and you're being protected against being paid $8.50 an hour and you're getting $18.50 an hour, I think those folks are kind of happy they have a union to help them out. But what do I say? What can I say? It's just what it is. It's just what it is. When I was a young man, I didn't like unions as much because I found that back in the 70s and 80s, boy, these guys are getting 10% raises, 15% raises. What didn't occur to me was that inflation was 18% and they were getting 10% raises. They were still losing. And private people without unions were getting hosed even more. I knew people who were getting 5% raises in 15% inflation environments. There was an article this morning about how people who quit their jobs and go elsewhere get way more money than people who stay behind. Read that this morning too. Something like 67% of people who quit their jobs and take another job get substantial pay raises. It's the main reason they're making their moves. It's the only way they can look after their families, because their employers don't value them for what they're actually worth. You have to go outside your company to find out what the street really thinks you're worth, because your employer isn't going to help you find that value. It's sad, very sad, especially with all the loyalty that certain employees give to their employers. Their employers look at them as a liability, not an asset. You know, you cost me so much a month. That's what I think of you as an employee. You just cost me so much a month. I don't view you as a making my company any more valuable. You want to work for someone like that? Really? You got to be kidding me. Go, Sofi, go, Bama Babe is saying, we are at 717 up 76 cents. Let's go. My workplace peers considering this right now, thinking of getting out of here. Pick nose. Sofi goes back under 7. I'll buy more. There you go. We are running. We're here. What can I say? Unions are awesome, says Olivia. There you go. We'll see what happens with this market today. Thank you all for joining me here. Appreciate it. We have thumbs ups now. 189, 11 to go. We've hit 200. Despite my thoughts on certain things, I'm still getting viewers giving us thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh. We are down. We're up 30 cents on Boeing. Pfizer's up 9. We've got, where are we here? 193 thumbs up. So we're going to hit 200. Thank you. We've got the Dow up 234. We got Matterport up a dime at 453. We got Tesla $23 higher. SoFi up 87 to 728. The low of the day, 705. The high, 747. Right now, 728. Volume on SoFi, 13.3 million. Giddy up, baby. Let's roll this thing. Would love to see 50, 70, 100 million shares trade today. That would be great. And every day, that would be great. 730 on SoFi. GameStop, 36.88. The high of the day on GameStop is 37.32. We've given up 50 some odd cents, more or less. The low of 36.01. That was the opening salvo. Volume, 528,000 shares. That's 130,000-ish pre-split. That is a nothing burger. We're up 89 cents right now, GameStop. And now we seem to be running into a little resistance here and there, but 36.85 is where I've got the stock at the moment. Welcome to the party, pal. Spire's up 2.5, Apple up 2.38, SmartRent up 7. We've got AMC up 27 cents to 17.13. We got ATIP unchanged at 111. Rocket Lab up 6.5 cents. Xterra up 15. ME up a dime. Google up 146. HPQ up 12 cents to 32.86. Cisco up 12 cents. Twitter only up 2. Home Depot up 5.25. Carvana down 40 after a big day yesterday. We're at 33.65. Robinhood, unbelievable, 9.85, up 62 cents. Bad news is good news. Wall Street is out of their minds. This is a stock that doesn't deserve to be here. These guys are in financial trouble and legal trouble. They just got fined $30 million yesterday by, what was it, the SEC? Someone fined them $30 million for accounting issues. This is not going to go away. This is going to get worse. Bannock up $1, IBM up 37 cents, Microsoft up $3.91, Goldman up $4.79 to $332. Welcome back, Goldman. United States Steel up 19 cents, Meta up $4.49, Amazon up $2.86, Bed Bath & Beyond up 12 to $5.92. Dead cat bounce here. I just don't see Bed Bath & Beyond. Unless they get a massive cash injection, they are bleeding millions of dollars. It's unbelievable. BlackBerry up 15 cents. Royal Caribbean up 156 to 38.22. Target up $3, 3.26. JP Morgan up a quarter. Costco up 4.72. Walmart up 22. Nvidia down 1.25. Disney up 2.58. We got American Airlines up 15 cents. Netflix up 2.76 to 2.24. And look at Moderna. 1237 gain today at 173. Sales are up, earnings are up, 18 billion in cash on hand for Moderna. Anyone writing options on Moderna? And I know a guy. Rollovers are your friend whenever you think they're necessary, closer to expiry. Way to go on capital recovery on that Moderna. It is happening, and I'm thrilled to see this. Sure beats looking at a 130.40 stock price. My God, what a difference. Let's see what's happening. Alberto is here. I'm here, Uncle, and the Bagel Familia. You can start right now. Uncle B, don't hold back. Tell us what's going on. That's the deal. We're negative on Boeing, negative on Pfizer, still positive on the Dow, 240 points. Sofi, 740 a share, up 99 cents at the moment. Some of you might be bold. You might get gutsy. You might want to write options on Sofi. Some of you might be writing 8s, or you're thinking of writing 8s to 9s to 10s. I hear you. You just want to see, I think you really want to see what Sofi is about today, what kind of volume we have here, how high it can run. Because a $1 run is a nothing burger now. A nothing burger for a $1 run on Sofi. With the results they posted last night, $1 would be almost an insult if it didn't go up $1 today. The question is, in the next 3-4 days, is a $3-4 run on the table? That is the question. Because after a certain point in movement of a stock, like a Sofi, you break a certain resistance level, and there's a gap. And now you have like a $2 gap for a run-up. And you don't want to be writing an option that just went in the money $1.50 on you. You just don't want to play that game. So keep an eye. We're at 748 up 107. Watch it closely. Bought some more Sofi on that candle. Well done, Jennifer. Nick, 187. Bruce, thumbs up number. Good morning. Should I write Sofi options? If yes, which one? No, not yet. FX, I'm number 177. Bama Babe. Nick, I would not be writing on Sofi just yet. Alberto, I wouldn't write on Sofi right now. Testy Donkey, Robinhood earnings tonight might get some puts. I do just avoid this stock in any way, shape, or form. If you've got some, write calls. There can't be good news coming. There can't be. They're losing clients. They just laid off 23% of their staff. That's a quarter of their workers. Hello, McFly. Hello. They just laid off a quarter of their workers. GameStop is killing my call. Juicy 100. Tiff, Spire's up 30% compared to the last month. Do you guys think someone knows something about the earnings? It could be that Spire just went down too far, and they're just coming back to a natural level of recovery, more towards the $2 level than the $1 level. On the other hand, Spire has kept coming out with announcements after announcement after announcement, expanding their business. Another contract to manage satellites. These guys are growing. Of course, the stock should go higher. It is incredibly too low. It's ridiculously too low. 165.5 cents a share, up 8.5. It is ridiculously cheap. And look at ATIP. My God, 109.5. The giveaway of giveaways. You thought Sofi was cheap in the 4s? This thing at 109, you got to be kidding me. Ridiculously cheap. Expanding their clientele bases, their locations, adding people everywhere they can. They're desperate to add staff. Robinhood's unloading staff. That stock's up, this stock's down. Robinhood's up, ATIP is down. You tell me the bizarro world in which we live. It is ridiculous. What's the difference between ATIP and Robinhood? Robinhood was underwritten by brokerage firms at $32 a share. And a lot of their favorite clients got screwed, and they're trying to make it up for them. And one way to make it up for them is promote Robinhood even now. Where on ATIP, it wasn't taken public by Wall Street brokerage firms. They have no interest in it. They don't give a crap about ATIP because they don't have any of their money into it. They don't have any of their favorite clients into it. ATIP is on its own, but it gives you guys the opportunity between ATIP, ME, Smart Rent, Spire, Sofi, Matterport. It gives you the chance to steal these shares before the street does get into it. And you're early. You're just in super early. And yeah, the shares all started at 10. I agree. I know that. And here they are way down here. Grab this stuff. It's gifts being handed to you left, right, and center. Christmas in August is what we're dealing with here. We're up 214 on the Dow now. 214. We were higher, but we're now up 214 on the Dow Jones. GameStop is $37 even, up 117 last I see. We've got a high of the day of 37.32 on GameStop, the low 36 even. So it's a $1.32 swing, a little over 510, 520 a share. That's all it is when we come back to the old days, pre-split. There's no serious movement here. But we are at 37.02. I'll grant you that, 37.19, but it can't last. Not with these anemic volumes. SoFi 775. Congratulations, all of you who've hung in there. Congratulations to all of you who averaged down on SoFi the last 6 months. You stole paper from people who just were not being informed what they should be doing. This is beautiful. You've also stolen paper from hedge funds who had their butts handed to them. These guys were gambling and they were betting on derivatives to really make a score to 25, 30 bucks a share way too early. You stole their paper from them. You got it off of them. And I say, hang on to it. You're going to do just fine. Fantastic. Bruce, I've got 1,750 shares of SoFi with Robinhood. Should I move it now over to another house? It's up to you. Robinhood, good news for all of you who have any accounts at Robinhood. Your accounts are guaranteed. Robinhood might go under itself, but your accounts are protected. There's the national insurance thing that's in there. However, you may want to look at alternative firms to deal with, especially if you're dealing with paper. In this case, 1,700 shares at this kind of price. This is adding up to a lot of money. And you don't want to have restrictions on doing what you want to do with your stock. So look into it, find the right platform. I don't know which one to recommend you to. I get approached all the time by the different platforms who want me to sponsor them. They want to sponsor me. And I'm resisting taking on any sponsorship because it allows me to be open with my commentary and I don't have to worry about pissing anybody off. You decide for you the right platform for what it is you need done, okay? Oh, so much fun. Testy Donkey. Ooh, I have broke even on my SoFi shares. Just need my $10 January calls to go back into the money now. There you go. SoFi 768 up 127, 1 penny at a time. 37.34 on GameStop, up $1.50. 37.41. We've just hit a new high on the day right now. Facebook parent Meta exploring first ever sale of corporate bonds. They're looking to issue corporate bonds, probably for the same reason that Apple has issued corporate bonds. Facebook doesn't want to pay income taxes in the United States of America. And what they'll do is they'll borrow money from investors in America, pay interest on that money, deduct that from their earnings for tax credits, and keep their capital that they've earned offshore away from the U.S. taxman. And they'll use that money for general corporate purposes and the possibility of buying back stock or not. And that is likely what's going on. Go SoFi, says Abram. Splair, yeehaw, I made almost $100 in less than 30 minutes on SoFi thanks to a leveraged position. Beach Boy, got exercised on a few GameStops yesterday. I love the extra powder. Splair, have a nice day, y'all. See you in the chat. Odin's Pumpkin, my dad was not able to make much in profit on Robinhood options. I would suggest TD Ameritrade or Fidelity. I have both, and I found it easier to get level 2 option trading on TD Ameritrade. Alberto Beach Boy, I'm hoping to be exercised as well this Friday. Take me out, I dare you. There you are, 37.77 up 193 on GameStop. The high of the day is 37.81. Now I'm showing it at 37.59 up 175. Volume on GameStop now 528,000 shares. Is that accurate or is that going to update? Hang on, we'll just watch for that. 37.59 last trade. The Dow up 230. S&P up 30 and NASDAQ up 147. We're up 1.2% on NASDAQ. That's the big winner. S&P up 0.77, Dow up 0.71 of a percentage point right now. Shares of Walt Disney and Salesforce leading the way for the Dow to be up today. Here we are, 763,000 volume on GameStop. Divide that by 4 to understand the volume pre-split, to kind of relate to where we used to be on this. And we're not even at 200,000 shares. We're at 190,000 shares right now. This is a nothing burger. You will eventually attract selling. Sooner or later, your sellers are going to come at you. People are going to take profits here. 37.68. We were $32 a little over a week ago. A little too much too fast. What's happening here? But we've been doing this now for a while, so we'll see how this wants to play itself out. All right. Thank you all for being here. I'm showing now 1 million volume. That's 250,000 pre. At the moment with a 37.49 last trade, high of the day 37.81. So we backed off 32 cents quickly so far, but this is just daily volume and daily volatility. So look at the SoFi, 794 up 153, a nice healthy gain here. Do not write options on your SoFi. Just sit back, cross your arms and go, hey, make me richer. Just keep going up. I'll write options. Don't worry. I will, but not right now. No. I'm not writing 7s. I'm not writing 8s. I might not write 9s. Maybe I'll write 10s. Maybe I'll write 11s. I'm not writing yet. Let this just keep coming. Just bring it. Bring it on, baby. Gotta love this. What a run we're having today on the market. SoFi, 782 up 142. At the moment. Volume now on SoFi, 30,790,000. Beautiful. The high of the day is 795. We just touched it a few moments ago. The low, 705. Great day on SoFi. 37.44 on GameStop. Topped out at 37.81 for a moment about 10 minutes ago. And we're now 37.38. We're backing up a little. Hey, Jen, could I get a cola? There's an open one in there on the top shelf, just if you find it. We're up 223 on the Dow, 29 on S&P, 148 on NASDAQ, hanging in there right now. S&P U.S. Services final PMI, 47.3 in July versus 47% at the moment.
I don't see an open one.
No, I thought there was at the top. One of those was opened because I could be wrong. Maybe I took it with me last night. Okay.
Must have drank it in your sleep.
Good. I drank it in my sleep. Thank you, Jen. The hand of death. I don't know if you didn't see that, did you? No, the hand. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. We are good. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Nice to have you here. Let's see what's going on. 1 million volume on GameStop. Nick, $8 was too big of a hurdle for SoFi last quarter. If it passes that, next stop 10. Touch grass. What are the odds that SoFi stays over 7 through August? Pick nose. Thinking this might be a good range to buy more HPQ. John Anderson, good morning, Jen. Nick is asking, you want to make some quick money? Get ready to short X in 2 days. That's U.S. Steel. It'll be trading ex-dividend on August the 5th. After that, there is no reason to hold, and it'll be falling at least $2. Do your due diligence before opening a position. Interesting, Nick. I know Nick really follows U.S. Steel closely. We're up 215 on the Dow now. We're positive again on Boeing, 19 cents higher. Positive on Pfizer, up 18. Matterport is at 457, up 14.5 cents. Tesla, 918, almost 919, up $17. SoFi, 778, up 137. GameStop, 37.43 right now, up 159. We got Spire at 163, up 3. Apple up 276. We got SmartRent up 12 cents. We have AMC up 53. ATIP is up 3 cents to 114. We've got Rocket Lab, 486, up 14 cents. Sixterra up 16 cents. ME up 13.5. Right on. Google up 214. HPQ down 12 to 32.62. One of the few reds. Cisco up just 6 cents to 44.98. Twitter up 34. Home Depot up 247. Carvana down 1 penny. Robinhood now 10.42, up 119. No accounting for taste. I tell you, it's wild. Vanik up 31 cents. IBM up 23. Microsoft up 365. Goldman up 466 now. U.S. Steel down 2 pennies. Meta is up 572. That's Facebook talking about raising money using bonds. Amazon up 334 a share. Bed Bath Beyond up 34 to 612. BlackBerry up 17 cents. Royal Caribbean up 206. We got Target up 285. JP Morgan down 8 cents. Costco up 193. Walmart down a quarter. Nvidia down 96. These guys are not participating here. Walt Disney up 280 a share to 107. Got a long way to go. American Airlines up 21 cents to 14.27. Netflix up 4.50. Moderna up $23 to 184. Right there. How about that? Fantastic. Watching these markets, trying to add some gains. We did lose 400 yesterday on the Dow. We're only up 228 today. We haven't got it back yet. This is telling. We'll see. 784 on SoFi, up 143. The high today, 795. We're that close to $8 on 34.5 million volume on SoFi. Beautiful. We like it. We like it. We like it. We want to keep seeing these kinds of results. SoFi financials are looking great. The company's growing leaps and bounds. Stock is in the money today, up 150 to 792 right now. 792 on your SoFi. 37.37 on GameStop, jumping between that and 37.44 range. The high of 37.81. Okay. Barron says that SoFi's strong beat and earnings and raise in earnings, it's getting a price target boost. Someone is giving SoFi a price target boost. Let's see if we can find out who it is. We've got, let's go here. Is anyone who's talking about bumping it up? I'm not seeing. I don't even see it. Where? Who gave him a stock break target boost? I'm reading this entire article. I can't find it. Am I missing this? Anthony Noto talking about how great we're doing. I guess the company itself. Here we go. The company's strong performance earned it a price target raise from Mitsu Securities. Analyst increased his target to 8 from 7. Well, we're going to hit that today. A very conservative bump in target price for the company. Interesting. And that made a headline. There you go. What can I say? We are looking at right now a 210 gain on the Dow, 33 on S&P, 179 on NASDAQ. Oil up 8 cents. OPEC today raised production, pledging to raise production by 100,000 barrels a day. What a joke. We're up to 212 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. Alex has announced that he is a member now for 14 months. He's a gold bagel level member. Thank you. Yesterday I bought SoFi 6.5 calls and puts expiring Friday. I just sold for a 20% overall profit. Beautifully done. Kareem, been a member, gold bagel member now. He's a member for 14 total months. Uncle Bruce, thanks, Uncle B. Let's go. Thank you guys for these notifications. Anyone can do that. If you want to do a notification like how long you've been here, you need to hit the $sign below the comment area, and then you're given the option to, for free of charge, you can pop up one of these announcements. We love it. Thank you all. Appreciate that. And of course, Pickcomb, thanks for this. You found it, and there's the comment I just read. Target price 8 from 7 by Mitsu. Fabulous. Cam, I am thumbs up number 209. Rock and roll, man. This is good stuff. Wow, what a day. What a day. What a day. SoFi 764. As you know, we will get volatility now in SoFi. Because it's going to reach certain round numbers and it'll pop there, back off, pop there. We'll watch that. We're up $13 on Tesla, 915. GameStop 37.37, up 153. It's a gain. It had been higher, 37.81. Watching the GameStop. The volume on it, 1.26 million. That's 315,000 shares. before the split. That's not good. We should be at 2 to 3 million pre-split. We should be at 6 to 8 million now on GameStop. We're at 1.2 million. This will not last. This cannot. 37.31. We're no. It's not going to work. It'll back off. Okay. Thank you. May I have another? Says Alex. There you go, buddy. Making money on these contracts in the stock. Sofi 772 up 132. GameStop 37.26 now, slipping a little more. Tesla up only $10. The Dow up 184, slipping a little. That's to be expected. We're going to get some profit taking this morning. It's only been what we're in the market now. An hour, half an hour. We don't go straight up, kids. We all know this. Let's watch how this plays out. Boeing down 13 cents. Pfizer up 19 to 49.88. Matterport 463 up 20. The high of the day for Matterport 464. Volume 495,000. We've got Tesla up 12. SoFi at 779. GameStop 37.14, 37.08. We're dropping again on GameStop. Spire 161 up a penny. Apple up 317. SmartRent up 13 to 555. AMC up 43. ATIP up 2.5 to 113.5. Rocket Lab up 15. Sixtera up 17. And ME at 313 a share. Broke $3 yesterday, adding to it up 12.5 cents. ME 313 a share. Little boost there. Google up 238. HPQ still down 16. Cisco now red, down 3. Twitter only up a dime. Home Depot only up 153 and falling back. Carvana down 20 cents. Robinhood, 1047 up 124 a share. That's a short. That's a put buy. But you're on your own for how you do it. I don't recommend buying options. I say write them. Robinhood, you want to write options on Robinhood. Now, those of you who want to write options for like several months out, I'd write 8s, 9s in the money. I'd write in the money calls on Robinhood looking for a collapse to 5 or less. My humble opinion. Tonight, earnings come out. You might want to wait till tomorrow. We'll see what gives. I have no idea. 1044 on Robinhood. Wow. VanEck up only 75 cents. IBM is negative, down 19. Microsoft up 413. Goldman up 471. US Steel down 2. Meta, Facebook up $6. Amazon up 385. Bed Bath Beyond 610. Up 30 cents. High today of 614 at the moment. Not too worried about Bed Bath Beyond going anywhere soon. What do we got now? The Dow up 201, trying to hang around. Now up 199. And GameStop 37.28 again, trying a little run again. 786 on SoFi, trying to go for 8. Let's keep an eye on it, kids. Good morning from Cam. Thank you. Epic Nose, please drop so I can buy 30. 32 seems to be the lower boundary for HPQ. Fantastic. Of course, you can always look at buying in-the-money calls on HPQ, buy 20s and write calls against those. You can always do poor man covered calls. More leverage, but it's your call, however you want to do it. SoFi 787 up 146. 37.28 on GameStop. Tried to go to 37.44, now 37.42, now 37.28. We're running into some resistance here and there, a little volatility to be expected. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I am doing something to make small gains as well as help the stock goes up and make money on downside. I am shorting SoFi in my other account for a possible sell-off on SoFi by day traders. Well, we're up 147, and you might be onto something, but you got to have the capital to back it up, which I know you do. Tiff, I bought an August 12th 22 HPQ call back with a $6 profit because I think the stock wants to go higher, and I think I can get more. Let's see if the gamble pays off. Bought an August 12th 22 HPQ call with a $6 or 6 cent profit. I'm not sure what he's doing, Tiff. Okay, call back. All right. I'm not sure if you're buying back a call you wrote. I don't understand. All right, SoFi 788 up 147, 37 on GameStop at the moment. We're up 249 on the Dow, trying to hold these gains. S&P up 40, NASDAQ up 204. The NASDAQ is up 1.6, make it 1.7%. S&P up 1%, Dow up 0.82, up now 265 on the Dow. All right, a good buy wave coming in. We need 130 more to get back what we lost yesterday. All right. Nick saying to Nick, that seems a bit aggressive to me. Tiff, I bought back a call I wrote. Okay, you bought back a call because you think the stock might go higher and you're going to write another. Got it. All right, right on. Got it. Okay, thank you. Well done. All right. SoFi 788, GameStop 3740. The Dow up 263 right now. Tesla up 1749. Matterport holding 465 right now. Apple holding a 426 gain. Spire unchanged. SmartRent up 13. AMC up 44. ATIP up 2. Rocket Lab up 17. Ron Williams, I love writing calls, but bought 50 August 12 650 call options last week. I'm up 180% per day today. I sold most of them off. Interesting. Nick, a profit is a profit. And that is what it is. Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes you make a move like this to roll into another contract when the moment is right. It's all good. You're paying attention here. ME up 12 to 313. Google is up 315 to 119.05. HBQ up 1 penny, 32.76. There you go. Cisco back into the green, up 14 cents to 45.06 a share. All right. Watching this market gyrate everywhere. Lots to follow. Lots going on. And ISM services, new orders and employment both increase in July. Headlines coming out. And ISM services survey rises to 56.7 in July from 55.3 above forecast. Good stuff. We'll see if that continues through this market, if it helps it. 15-cent gain on oil. That's it. Oil up only 15 cents. And my thinking is, on Nick saying, my thinking is my position on SoFi is up good amount, which gives me some liquid cash that I can use to short SoFi in the another account for the possible dip to make money both ways. So he's trading both sides of the coin here, trying to score on one, then the other, on the other, and the other. It requires a lot of attention. And Nick is willing to do it. There you have it. 784 now on SoFi, up 144. Tesla's up $12. GameStop now 37.31. Watching that. The Dow now only up 200. We just gave up 60 points of up movement here. We're seeing some volatility kick into this market now. 38 minutes into the day. Welcome one, welcome all to the party today. A most interesting morning, to say the least. Lots of interesting stuff going on. Congratulations on your SoFi, kids. The company is turning it around. Well, they're not turning around. They're turning it on. They're growing, and the street is figuring it out. 218 thumbs ups have now come in. And Marcus Bowman, thank you, Marcus, for posting that you've been a member now for 17 months. Awesome. 13 months with Bruce. This is cool stuff, man. It's great. 13, 17. I'll take it. Thank you for your support of this channel. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Love this. Thank you guys for letting me know how many months you've been here now. It is incredible to me. On the 16th of this month, it'll be 18 months that we launched memberships for Stock Markets with Bruce. Loyalty, this is fantastic. I do appreciate it. Thank you. What else? Let's see here. GameStop 37.56, up 172, trying to run again. Can it? Will it? It needs volume to sustain it. We'll watch for that. ISM gauge of U.S. economy services sector up more than forecast in July. That's because of summer travel. Definitely the pent-up travel season has been coming through, but now in the fall, the question is, How much travel will happen? We are already noticing airfares dropping for fall departures here and there, and we'll see just where we're at here with that. Nick, I shorted 1,000 SoFi, average 782. If it drops 40 cents, I'll make $400. That's true. That's true. If it backs off, you're going to score a gain. Karim, Uncle Bruce, when does profit taking come into play on SoFi? You think it's going to be around $10? What? I don't know. There's a lot of folks out there with a higher average than 10, and they're not going to give it up. They see recovery. They're going to say, let it keep going. Well, I'm not giving it up right here because the mentality is going to be, as we go on here, that we're not going back to 4. We're not going back to 5. If it goes to 9 or 10, we're not going back to 6. And so the expectation range changes. And if the company keeps coming out with positive announcements, which they will, this thing goes higher. That's just it. 784 right now on SoFi, up 143. GameStop, 37.77 to 76.77 right now, just around the high of the day. I think we may have just hit a new high. Yep, 37.86, new high of the day, has just been hit on GameStop. Hit 37.86. That would be a 202 gain at one point, and it's trying to keep on going. The volume, 1.5 million, which is 375,000 pre-split. This is bad. This volume is not good. This should be trading 6-8 million now. We're up. We're climbing. It's not getting more volume. It's meandering. This is not good. But the stock is the stock. The price is the price. I'll say, those of you who can do rollovers, look into it. Check your option chains. Keep your eye on it. Nick, $400 free gives me 66 gallons of free gas at $6 a gallon. Yikes. Coyote, I don't think the volume matters. Well, at the moment, yeah, but it's going to. It's going to. It all comes home to roost eventually. SoFi, 788 coming on again. Tesla, 916 up $14. The Dow up 265 again. Another pop up on the Dow. It's trying to hit new highs yet again. Interesting moves on the Dow. We are only we're really within a few points of the high of the day right now. 267-point gain on the Dow right now. Boeing up 190. Pfizer up 7 cents. Matterport 465 up 22. SoFi now 786. The high of the day, 795. Traded 43.8 million. That is exactly what should be happening. Heavy volume, nice move up. GameStop not doing it. It's higher. Yep. 37.78. It's up 194, but no volume. 1.56 million. This is bad. This is post split 1.5. Not good. So it could be artificially being moved up here by an interested spectator trying to run up his options. This will eventually get crapped out if this doesn't pick up in volume and the street supports this guy or whoever it is. 37.90, new high on GameStop at the moment. 37.91 right now. 37.90.91 is the high of the day. And we're right at that level. 788 on SoFi, 7 cents from the high of the day. The Dow now up 259 with Pfizer unchanged and Boeing up 175. Okay. Interesting. 37.86. True, says Coyote. True. Excuse me, folks, as I'm getting all stuffed up here. I don't know why. I'm just battling away today, trying to stay on top of this. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you for these thumbs ups, 226. Cindy B, thank you for being a member here for 8 months. Just noticing the banner just popped up here. Fabulous. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Thank you, Cindy, for your loyalty to this channel, too. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the thumbs ups, kids. We're running at 228 thumbs ups and climbing. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You gotta love this. We're now up 250 on the Dow Jones, 1 penny lower on Pfizer. Now we're on 1 penny green on Pfizer. Matterport 464.5, up 21.5. The high of the day 467 on Matterport. Tesla 917. SoFi 786. GameStop 37.93. Looks like a new high. See if I can get that confirmed. Yep, 37.98 has already been hit, and we're at 37.93.94 right now. Let's go. SoFi broke 790. 795 today was the high on SoFi already. We're at 787 at the moment on SoFi. Volume now 44.8 million. Nick, when you guys write options on SoFi, I will help you all by shorting SoFi. Loboblast bought another 500 of SoFi. Good move. Long-term investment move. Smart. Get in there. The street is confirming that they like what they see with these numbers. They like it a lot. 787 now on SoFi. 37.94, 37.91 on GameStop. Up 210-ish. At the moment, the high of the day, 37.98 on the high trade of the day just a few minutes ago on GameStop. The Dow up 239, a little pullback at the moment. Pfizer down to nickel now, a little pullback down 6 over there. 782 on SoFi, 37.91 on GameStop. Spire down a penny. Apple is up to it's at 163.84, but it was 164.40. We've given up 60 cents, still up 3.82 a share on Apple. And watching for other things here. HPQ off 8 cents, a little pullback there. IBM down 7. Cisco's only up a nickel. US Steel down 9. A few reds, not much in the way of reds. JP Morgan's off 42. Walmart off 93. That's interesting. Airbnb off 480. Intel down 34. AT&T down a penny. Hycroft Mining 102. What a disaster for AMC. I don't know what they were thinking. AMC now up 79 cents to 17.65. I do not know what is causing this move. 12 million shares traded on AMC. Unsustainable. You're talking about, was it 500? No. Is there a billion shares out? How many are out on AMC now? 500 million, I think, is how many shares are out on AMC. We can't trade 12 million and hold this kind of a gain. No way. Got up to 1779, now 1753. This might be the reason that GameStop is moving, because AMC is moving. Dream on about that correlations. 37.58 now on GameStop, 37.56. We're backing up. Dream on that correlation. I don't get it. 778 on SoFi, a little pullback here. 912 on Tesla, up $11, a little pullback. The Dow's up 171, definitely pulling up, giving up about 100 points here in 10 minutes. So Pfizer down 7. Now BA Boeing is only up 133. It got up to 165.38. It's now 164.59. Some selling coming in on Boeing now. Profit taking from the last few days, I would suppose. Okay. Spicy. It looks like I'm going to be bought out of my GameStop. I won't have enough to buy another 100 shares. Oh, that depends, my friend. If this thing backs off to 35, you will do just fine. Coyote, my Fidelity chart's being weird. Shows the high at 7.9. I got it at 7.95. Bama, I don't understand how a low volume traded stock can go up easily $2 to $4 in a day, and a high volume traded stock hardly moves in a price for the day. Seems opposite of what should happen. I agree. Pick nose. E-Trade has a high on it, 7.95. Yeah, 7.73 on SoFi, 37.65 now on GameStop. We've backed up 33 cents at the moment. Gaetti wants to know, Spicy, what is your expiry date on your contracts? Have you written, what was it, 37s or 38? I can't remember what you wrote. Did you write 30s? Didn't you write 30s for $8.75 each or something? So you're getting $38.75, something like that. You can be exercised at any time. You'll be well looked after. We'll see what's going on. Do not fear the upside, kids. Not at all. Matterport's backed off a bit. It's back to 460. The Dow's only up 127. We just lost half the gains. She was up over 260 not too long ago. Pfizer down 8, 37.66 now on GameStop. 32 cent drop. Watching that closely. As we always do watch it closely. Look at the Boeing. It's only up 73 cents now. It's backing off fast. Spire down 2. HPQ down 23 cents, 32.51. Cisco down 4. We've gone red again. Carvana down 35. IBM down 27. Steel, U.S. Steel down 28. Bed Bath Beyond 596 coming back. JP down 65 cents. Walmart down 119. That's something's up with Walmart. Nvidia down 36 cents. Airbnb down 550. Intel down 45. We've got some red popping up now on these high-end stocks, just here and there. Just little indications of market backing up. 140 gain on the Dow. 30 points on S&P, and NASDAQ is up 185. 1.5% for NASDAQ, 0.74 for S&P, and 0.43 for the Dow. The Dow has definitely given up some percentage gains here. Coyote to Bama Babe, odd, isn't it? Bill, GameStop could be moving up because everyone is holding and no one's selling. Oh, that's possible. AMC may have affected it, but AMC isn't going anywhere. Coyote, geez, look at that S&P drop. Nick, if I cover SoFi now, I'll get 35 free gallons of gas for $6 a gallon. 773 last trade I see now. Coyote Bill. Coyote Bill, has that not been the case since February 21? Austin is happy. I would hope so. I hope your wife isn't beating you today. She should be, giving you a break here. Looking at you in a different light. I don't know. Austin, how's it going? Karim, maybe you have to do with the floater available shares. There's thoughts. Coyote Nick, we measure our profits in gallons of gasoline now. Cheers, man, says Coyote to Austin. Pick nose, I can buy more GameStop, but not as much as I could have before getting exercised. Hence, I am waiting. Maybe need to bite the bullet if it goes to 35. Well, we'll see. 35 is expiring on the 19th. It says spicy. Okay. First of all, you got time. You don't have to do anything. And if the shares keep backing up, they can lose $3 in a day. I mean, this is a nothing burger. You're fine. You're okay. 37.59 after topping out at 37.98. 30, now 52, 37.52 now. We're down 46 cents here in a hurry. We're going to be fine. 770 on SoFi, up 130. Tesla 909, only up 750 now. The Dow up 143. S&P up only 29 now, under 30. NASDAQ still up 175. All right. U.S. factory orders rise 2% in June above forecast. Good to see. Great to have that. This is from earlier this year. The orders have gone through. We got a long way to go, and I don't know if that'll hold. Well, growth is growth. FL, hello, everybody. Glad I'm still managed to catch the opening show. Welcome, FL, to the telecast. Cheers, all of you from around the world. Your buddy Uncle Bruce drinking his caffeine-free Diet Coke. Oh, baby. He needs it, I'll tell you right now. Let me show you something here for a minute, and I'll be right back with you. Let's see if this is still here. Do I still have this? Yeah, I still have this. Yeah, check this one out right here. Check this one out. Hi, everybody. Did you like the fireworks? We all love puppies, don't we? We love puppies. Come on, puppy. Come see me, puppy. How about pussycats? Love. You gotta love pussycats. I mean, come on, we all love pussycats. Oh my gosh. I had to take the opportunity to blow my nose, folks. I'm stuffing up here. Working hard for you folks. Where are we at now? We're up 149 on the Dow, down 11 on Pfizer, 49.58 over there. Down, we're up 97 on Boeing. We're backing up a bit. Matterport 462. We're backing up a little there. It's been a good run today. Tesla 598 higher at 907, backing up there. SoFi 776 holding those gains pretty well. GameStop 37.53, 45 cents off the high, set just a little while ago. Spire down 3.5, Apple up 370, SmartRent up 13, AMC up 66. I don't know why. I don't know why AMC is up for any reason whatsoever. I got nothing. There's no news here today that I can point to. The volume on AMC is 13.4 million. It's not a volume trade here either. We did get to 1779, but we're now 1750. We have backed up 29 cents, but it's still up 64 on the day. Maybe because of GameStop. Maybe one is going up because the other is going up, and neither one knows what's going on. I don't know. 37.49 on GameStop after topping out at 37.98. So we'll see how this works out. Moving on. ATIP up 2.5, Rocket Lab up 13.5, Cyxtera up 21, ME up a dime to 311, Google up 252 to 118.42. We got to 119.41. We're backing up about $1 here on Google. HPQ at 32.52, down 22 cents. This is pushing the low of 32.50 right now. We are pushing the low on HPQ. Interesting. Cisco down 3 cents at 44.88. The high was 45.12. We've had very little range, but it is negative now on Cisco, just a little as we speak, okay? Down 3 cents. Twitter's only up 12. Home Depot is only up 13 cents. It's about to go red. Home Depot got up to 306 today. It's back to 300. Lost a lot of ground here. Will this back off? That's the question. On Home Depot, Carvana down $1.10. Robinhood 10.55 up 132 a share. Doesn't deserve to be here. Not even close here. Oh, what's going to happen? Let's see, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. To see you here, Nick. It's like taking money from the market to give it back to the market. Having fun doing it. FL, nice little SoFi jump makes me happy. Right here, SoFi is now 783. Up 142, doing great. GameStop 37.56. The Dow up 167. Alberto Gaiotti, thanks for giving me the info on SoFi having its financials released. If you didn't share that, I would be in the red by 80 contracts. Right on, Alberto. Gaiotti, Alberto, my dude, glad to hear that. Zach, good morning, all. Number 238 on the thumbs up. Zach, SoFi, not my SoFi says I need to hibernate or something. All my decisions and instincts are a few months off. Coyote is just crying and laughing at the same time. Nick, after taking profits, I'll be doing the same thing with GameStop to Hector. Puppy makes strange noises. Yeah, like blowing noises. It's great. We rescued a little cat in December and got him surgery to fix his broken leg. Now you'd never know he had those issues. Now he runs down our hallways doing flips off the wild little squirrel cat, says Coyote. BW, a blow requires a mute button, maybe, And Nazareth, AMC is up because earnings is tomorrow and it's supposed to be positive. Oh, okay. Spicy, going old school. Coyote, I'm down 5% total on my SoFi shares. Coyote, I like that. I'm only down 5%. This is good stuff. 786 now, up 145. GameStop 37.58, Tesla up 11.97 to 9.13, the Dow up 2.15, again trying another run. We'll see if it's got it in it. Pfizer down 23 cents, though. It is not participating in the next run at the moment. HPQ went red, down 20 as we saw earlier, and Home Depot holding a slight gain right now. 88 cents. Carvana down 92. IBM down 15. at the moment. Lots to watch, lots to follow. Everybody, thank you for being here today. Have you enjoyed today's show? I hope you did. If you liked today's show, help me out with a thumbs ups if you can. Let's add to these totals we got going. We have 243 thumbs ups going. I think that deserves some knee emojis as a thank you and as an inspiration to SoFi and all of our other stocks, the ones we want to go up, the ones we want to go down. Neat, neat, neat is what I say. 246 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in, folks. Those of you watching on the rerun, hit the neat emojis yourselves. Look at that. FX 45 member for 12 months. Gold bagel member. That's as good as it gets around here, man. I love my gold bagel members. Tonight, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, prime time, Eastern time. Join me live for Uncle Bruce prime time, 8 o'clock tonight for gold bagel members. If you're a Chilling with Uncle Bruce member, upgrade your membership to gold bagel member. If you're not a member at all, join us right at the gold bagel member and pop in and see us tonight. Say hi to us. Richard Carlin, thank you. Muna Moo, thank you. Tiff, thank you for these neat emojis. Sean and Wendy, God's amazing. Not my SoFi, all gone. They're all here, popping in those neat emojis one after the other. Here they go, baby. That's going to make the market do what we want it to do. Thank you, guys. 249 thumbs ups. Now 250. Another cool round number. Thank you all for helping me out with these thumbs ups today. Get this channel noticed by other followers. We love you. There it is. Zach has popped in the neat emojis. Neat, 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 neat. You can't stop this market when the neat emojis pop up on this channel. It just takes over everything. You got to love it. All right, guys, it's 2 hours and counting. I'm going to go. Jen and I are going to have some breakfast. Going to try to blow my nose a little more. Thank you, everybody. We're up 191 on the Dow. Tesla's up 874 to 910. SoFi 779 up 138. You got to love that. GameStop 3762, 3764. It's up. You're getting richer whether you like it or not. You're getting richer on your GameStop. Do your rollovers if you can. If there's opportunities for rollovers, take them. Even if you're writing the same call for more money or a couple of bucks higher on the strike price a few weeks down the road for the same money or more, do it. Take the money that they're handing you. The option market players are playing this thing. I don't know why it's up. It shouldn't be up, but it is. Take advantage of the gains. I say thank you, sir. May I have another 778 on SoFi. The volume now, 51 million. You got to love this. We could be in for a 100 million share day today on your SoFi. That is getting spread around. That news is out. The volume on GameStop, 2 million shares after a 4-for-1 split. We're sitting on 500,000 volume. We're up 184. Are you out of your mind? That ain't sustainable, baby. You need a lot more than that to hold these kinds of gains. But when it drops, it'll drop, and we'll be there to watch it. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour today on this show. For the market today, we'll be watching these markets, and then I'll see the rest of you. I hope tonight I can see a bunch of you Gold Bagel members 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight for Prime Time Live with your buddy Uncle Bruce. Ask me anything you want about your markets, your options, your accounts. We'll go through it with you and see if we can help you through the minefield of making money in this market. John Anderson, thank you. Spicy or Android, neat. Later, Jen, get Uncle Bruce a neti pot for his schnizola. Alberto, let's go. See y'all later. Thanks, Uncle Coyote. See you guys this afternoon. Zach, thanks, Bruce. Thank you guys for your help. 251 thumbs ups and counting. The knee emojis are flying all over the place. And let's see what happens. Okay, we'll see you at 3 o'clock today, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll catch you later today. Bye for now.